What up YouTube, my name is DuffAntics and I thought I'd give you a small little commentary, see how it goes, see if anyone likes it, and then obviously we'll move from there. But you know, I don't really like the sound of my voice, however other people just get the biggest erections over it, so I thought fuck it, why not? So this game here is Rusted Lands. I get 40 kills. In all fairness, I am playing with the world's biggest noobs I've ever played with in my whole life. I die a few times, but not too much. I think I get a fairly decent KD as well. In this video right now, I'm using the Party Crasher because I'm levelling up my Fell Winters. I wanted to re-roll it because Rangefinder is just literally far too unreliable. Sometimes it will get these ridiculously long snipes, we should call it. I mean, it would even outrange some fusion rifles. So I've decided to roll with Hammer Forged and Shot Package on my Fell Winter's Lie, and then I believe I rolled Final Round. I'm not really too fussed on that perk tree, to be honest, as long as I've got Shot Package and Hammer Forged, preferably Accurized Ballistics as well, doesn't really matter. Then yeah, I'm not too fussed. Also using the Hawk Moon. This is my primary weapon. This is the weapon that I always use because it's a brilliant all-rounder, and I don't like using the Thorn, mainly because, well, I couldn't care less if it was overpowered or not. The reason why I don't like using the Thorn is because it is, well, how can I say this? It's too easy to use, and I feel like I'm in the same boat as noobs when I use that weapon. Some people can actually use it quite well. There are two ways that you use a Thorn, right? Either you just spam it like an absolute newbie twat and then let the burn take you out, or you can spam it and control the recoil. Because it's got such a high rate of fire, if you can control the recoil actively after each and every shot, you'll actually become a very fearsome player. Still a twat. I've used Thorn in some of my videos only to highlight how fucking newbie you've got to be to use this weapon. But also, if you can aim for the head, 2 head shots, you know, if it was to ever get nerfed, it wouldn't be the damage. I think that weapon needs to be a 3-shot kill, minimum. I think that the damage over time, because I run with aggressive ballistics, I believe, and it ticks for 7 4 times, which is, you know, 28 damage extra. So if we were to, I don't know, put 4, just lessen it. Altogether maybe not have the burn damage, because if you're good enough with a hand cannon and its rate of fire, you'd still be able to compete with the Hawk Moon and the Last Word. And that's another one. I'll always bring this out in Rumble as well, and sometimes Skirmish is the Last Word. Brilliant for one-on-one confrontations. If you're really good, you can take it to Control and start owning noobs that way as well. However, I find that the Hawk Moon does everything that the other hand cannons do, and slightly better, and it's just so versatile in so many situations. You can, if you're really accurate, engage in long distance battles. Short distance you're going to struggle, but then again, if you do get that lucky round in the chamber, you can dispatch people at close range with ease. The rocket launcher that I'm using, that you can see right here, the Radagast Fury, the infamous Iron Banner rocket launcher that bog standard comes with brilliant, and I mean brilliant, blast radius and kind of okay velocity. But if you get the right muzzle perk, you can get like what did I have, like Warhead Viennas or like Hard Launch or anything like that, just so you can kind of increase that velocity. Because in the middle perk, and these are only for the people that have the Iron Banner rocket launcher before pre-House of Wolves, so it would just be the icon of the rocket launcher with like a number 1 next to it rather than a number 2. That is the only way that you're going to be able to roll for these perks, which is Clown Cartridge, Field Scout, and obviously Proximity Detonation. Don't bother too much with tracking, it's quite pointless if you've got Proximity Detonation, because, you know, when you've got that, you barely have to aim, just in the general direction, and the insane blast radius will finish them all off. So I run with that. Now the main reason that I'm using Field Scout is because it actually gives you 2 in the magazine. So and obviously with the Clown Cartridge perk active, for those that you don't know, obviously every time that you reload you get, I believe, a 20 or 25% chance of actually getting a bigger magazine. So that would actually mean 3 in the tube, which is brilliant. So I would fire 1 rocket, reload. I'd sometimes have 3 in the tube. I'd fire 1, I'd fire 2 until I'm on the last bullet. I'd reload again for the chance to get 3 more in the tube. I have just increased my rockets from 4 to 6. And that is if I'm really lucky and if Clown Cartridge perks on 2 occasions, and it can perk in the same instance. But recently, especially with Iron Banner, what I've been doing is I've been playing on my Nova Bomb Warlock. And what I found myself doing was if I run a reasonably high intellect, because I'm wearing the RAM, it kind of perks into strength as well, so I think my intellect's like 216. Normally before the first lot of heavy round comes, I will actually have a Nova Bomb, and when it says heavy ammo inbound, I'm just like, oh, okay. I kind of judge which heavy ammo the enemy's going to be at, and you can kind of tell with control, because if they've capped 2 points, like say A and B, you'll know that they are going to go to the heavy ammo closest to them. If it's like an immediate triple cap, and we're playing with a bunch of noobs and they just decide to triple cap, it makes judging where they're going to go for the heavy ammo a lot more difficult. Now, once it gets to about 5 seconds, I like to hide out of the radar's view, because the minute someone sees you there, they know your game instantly. They know that you've got a super ready to unleash upon them, so they're going to all split out and shoot at you, and the last thing you want them to do is fan out. So what I like to do is just hide out of the radar, because I don't need to know, or I don't need to see, because I know that they're going to be there around that heavy ammo or around that area, you know, patrolling or protecting it. The minute that it gets to 5 seconds, run. If you've got blink, even better, because that absolutely helps with the element of surprise. And then you could just literally blink when it gets to, when he says heavy ammo available, that is when the other players are going to hold down square and they are going to start picking up their heavy ammo. And for that moment, for that maybe 1 or 2 seconds, they are vulnerable, they are all crowded up together, and that's when you can unleash your Nova Bomb. Now the success rate of this can vary. For me, it's about a 40% success rate that I deny their heavy ammo. They don't expect it, and most people don't expect you to get a super that quickly. So that's a little tactic that I like to do. It also helps you with your KD as well, gets you a nice 4 or 5 kills, adds that onto the onto the match, makes you look like a pro and whatnot. And then obviously at this moment I'm going through a phase of blink shotgunning and just blinking around the map. Excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat. Nah, it's all good. Yeah, so I'm blinking around the map just because it's so much quicker. I feel so much more vulnerable when I'm gliding. It does help in the way that if I had a rocket launcher, I could glide, and while I'm gliding I could be scouting the whole entire map, and then while I'm in midair I can aim my rocket and fire it down. That is much more effective than blinking, because sometimes I've done this before, I've blinked up, aimed my rocket, but by the time that I start falling down I've like hit the path or something and I've blown myself up. My teammate would just be like, well, you're an idiot, and I'd just be like, yeah, I know, I deserve to die. So right here we are halfway through the game, we're getting there, and we're losing. I think we lose this match anyway, but you see there, look, heavy ammo, I've got a super, I'm waiting for about the 5th second, 6, 5, and then I should start running by now. There we go, I see him, and Nova Bomb. Now I didn't get many, I only got, 2, but then some idiot decided to stay in the vortex. That's another good thing that you'd like to have on your Nova Bomb as well. Some people prefer the Lance, I don't, I hate it. I also hate Shatter. It does cover a longer area, it can be useful, but in control you want to have the Vortex and the I think it's Annihilate, or is it Annihilate? Or Vortex Mastery, that's it. You want Vortex Mastery with your Vortex on the Nova Bomb. Because once that you throw a Nova Bomb over a capture zone or over the heavy ammo, it then means that anyone who did survive or who does want to get heavy ammo doesn't really expect the vortex to be there. They think that they can get the heavy ammo quick enough and then get out of the vortex so that they will survive with the heavy ammo intact. This never works, especially if it's a well-placed Nova bomb. It never works. You'll just see like little red hit markers at the centre of your crosshairs, and you know, you just get a kill. I think the most that I've ever gotten was a Reaper medal. It was on a map just like this. If I can ever find the video, I'll surely upload it to YouTube. And I got a hate mail after it because I Nova bombed their heavy ammo, grabbed their heavy ammo, and then continued to get a breaker with the rockets. So pretty much killed them with their own weapons. Do I feel sorry about that? No. At the end of the day, if you're a good team, a good way to counter people that want to go and fist to havoc your heavy ammo and stuff like that is to actually be split up in the first place or be communicating. Once the heavy ammo drops, you want to be close enough, but not crowded, so that one person gets the heavy ammo and then the heavy ammo breaks spawn, rather than all of you just crowding around one heavy ammo and then all getting fucked over, to say it in the best possible way ever. So yeah, that's just one tactic. There are many other tactics. You can play defensively, you can camp your spawns. You know, when people say, oh yeah, he's camping. My definition of camping is if someone has a sniper, and you see where I'm looking at, the end of that beach, if he's there the whole match, that is camping. Playing defensively is staying around a capture zone, like so, and defending it, literally stopping the other team from trying to, well, how can I say it, take it over. It's just when people lose, they get salty and they're saying, oh, I'm lagging. I do it a lot, you know. Sometimes I'll not be playing as well as I could be, and, you know, I'll just say that I'm lagging. And, yeah, that's it. That's my first commentary. You know, do you like it? Do you not? Would you rather just hear fucking normal stuff, you know? Alright, well, I've been DuffAntics. Thank you ever so much for listening, and I'll see you next time.